everyone, Connie here from Great Stampin' with Connie. Thank you for joining on my video today. Today we're making a bit of a fancy fold card, and I'm using this card for an international blog. This blog is hosted by Kylie Bertucci, who is a demonstrator in Australia, and once a month she has a blog theme. We all have a chance to make cards that follow the theme, and we send the links to her. She posts them in one big blog post, and then everybody has a chance to go and see all the cards that were submitted, and you can vote for your favorites. So hopefully you'll like my card and you'll follow the links and go vote for my card, because the top 10 people, they're the ones that get the most votes, the top 10, they get to participate in a blog hop, and so I'd really love to do that, so please go vote for my card. Okay, let's get started. We have our supplies for today. The card base is Mary Merlot, which is one of our great new colors, and this piece is 5.5 by 5.5, and it's scored and folded at 1 1/4. We have a second piece that is also part of the card base, and this is Balmy Blue, another one of our great new colors, and it is 8 by 5, and it's scored at 4 and folded in half. Also have a piece of DSP. This is from the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper pack, and it's one of the great patterns in there. You'll have to check it out. There's lots of great colors and patterns on the paper in the Nature's Poem DSP. I have a strip of Balmy Blue. This is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and you can see I've embossed it with the basket weave embossing folder, so that's ready to go. I have 2 pieces of Whisper White. One is 3.5 by 2 1/4, and the second one is 3 by 7/8, and we're going to stamp on here, and then we're going to trim some chevrons onto the end of that as well. Stamp set that I'm using is Colorful Season. It also has some coordinating Thinlit dies, seasonal layers, but we won't be using those today, but that's a great combo as well. For today we're just going to use this smaller branch and these flowers and the You Make Me Smile sentiment. Since the theme for these cards is friendship, I thought You Make Me Smile really reflects something that our friends do for us. It's our friends that can always put a smile on our face if we're needing that. So the ink that we're using today, we've got 2 colors. We've got Soft Suede and the Mary Merlot. So let's get started. Usually I stamp first, but today we're going to start with a little bit of the assembly of the card, so I'm just going to get some snail onto my DSP. We'll put that on the Balmy Blue. Okay. And then we're going to attach this piece to the Mary Merlot. And to do that, you're just going to put the fold of this into the crease of the Mary Merlot. Just kind of get it centered in there. And give it a push down, and then this comes over the top. You can use your bone folder just to give that a really good crease. And then you can use the Balmy Blue as your guide for where to put your snail to secure this. You don't want to end up gluing this little piece, because that has to flip up when you open your card. And I use my bone folder again just to make that nice and tight. So there's how that comes together. And then the DSP strip, will just go on the top here as a little extra decoration. There we go. And then everybody always likes a nice back rub, so I always tell people to give your card a really nice back rub and make sure everything is stuck down. Okay, so we're just going to set that aside while we do our stamping. So the Colorful Season is a photopolymer stamp set. So I have my Stampin' Pierce mat that I have covered with some paper to protect it, and we're going to stamp on that just to give some foam cushioning for our stamping. So we're going to start with soft suede and our branch, and we're just going to stamp this twice. I'm going to put one up towards this top corner, and the second one I'm going to put down near this bottom corner. Okay, so this is a two-step stamp, which is great because then your flowers in your branch can be two different colors, and it's really easy to accomplish that. So we're using Mary Merlot for our flowers, and this is one of our new designed ink pads. So to open this, it opens like a makeup compact. You just lift the one edge, you flip it over, and then you slide it in just like the others and give it a click, and you're set to go. So you may notice that they are a little stiff at first, but as you use them they will loosen up and they'll start to slide and glide very easily. So we're just going to stamp the flowers on there, and then the second set. There we go. Set that aside just for a moment. I'm going to stamp the greeting right onto this piece, and you're just going to center it. As I mentioned, we're going to trim the ends into a chevron, so we don't want to be too close to one end or the other because we need some space to cut. So cutting a chevron into your cardstock, you're just gonna, I find it easy. You can do it however you like, but for me I need a little bit of a guide, so I cut down the middle and then I come from each corner to meet at that middle point. There we go. Take that piece out, and then through the magic of video, look, we have both sides done. Okay, back to our flowers. I'm just going to sponge the edges of this card a bit to give it just a little more definition to the edges. I could mount it on another piece of cardstock, but with the DSP and the different layers on this fancy fold, I just thought another cardstock layer here might be a little bit too much, but I did want to give some definition to that. So there we go, that's ready to go. Close this up so we don't have anything falling in that, and set the mat aside, and then we're ready to attach our flowers to our card front. And you're just going to put that on an angle somewhere right about there, I think is probably good. And I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of my greeting so that I can pop that up a little bit. I'm just going to put that down near the bottom here. There we go. Give everything one more great rub. And then just to add a little bling, I'm just going to put one little one big, one of the biggest size of the rhinestones. So I'm just going to put that right there, just for a little smiling bling on my card. So there you have it. That's the card for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you like the sort of different fold that we've used. And follow the links and it'll show you how to vote for this card, and maybe I'll see you in the blog hop. Have a great happy stamping day, everyone. Bye for now.